at 8:30. And if everybody's ready, we'll start the meeting. And
we do have a quorum. I'm
We
going
do
to
have a
note we have
quorum.
a meeting.
Okay. I'm just looking to see who I have here. Hi, Jim. I'm glad that you're here. Are you still over?
No, I'm in the Far East in Hillsdale.
I like that. Just because I don't know if you can see it, but on my computer, you have a light over your head, and it's giving you sort of a religious look.
I was gonna say a godly quality. Yeah.
There you go. It is definitely a godly quality.
Yeah, the rest is just sunshine.
Oh,
That's
well,
what
maybe okay. And Tish, you're on the phone.
Good morning, I'm here.
Hi, Tish. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's everybody doing?
Good. Okay, so we'll start the meeting, and we'll start with the minutes from the March 24th meeting. Has everybody had a chance to read those minutes? And if they have, I will, and there are no questions or changes, I will accept a motion to accept the minutes as written.
So Le Pen motion to approve.
Thank you. And can I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. Dave, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Aye.
No one's opposed, and so that has passed. And we'll move on to the treasurer's report. And I am going to ask Mike to run through that for us, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On the balance sheet, there are no significant changes from last month. Our cash is $40,000 less than this period last year. Our loans are up $156,000, and we have another $175,000 available to borrow from the SBA. And our total liabilities, our total assets are $3,695,000. It's down $47,000 from this period last year, and it's a consistent over time. And I think I had sent out for our last meeting an analysis for 5 years showing the balance sheet and how basically it's stays within a very tight percentage variance. Are there any questions on the balance sheet? If not, on the P&L, on our total income, we're showing 262,000 versus a budget of 187,757, which is $74,900 over budget, but 68,700 of that is PPP money that was not budgeted, and it was for last year, but it had to be booked this year. So we're just marginally ahead of our budget in terms of revenue. And on the expense side, there are only a few variances, and those variances have been previously explained, with the exception of the micro biz expense that's up $3,000 over budget. And that's because Martha and Lauren have been working hard to get technical assistance out to our clients. We're on a July 1, June 30th fiscal year for that funding. And we need to be sure that we utilize all the funding so we don't leave any funds on the table at the end of June. With respect to our other areas of the budget, I think we went through those before. We have We're a little bit ahead on our new initiatives, primarily because of the $9,000 that we've paid to Pattern for Progress on our membership. So we're $10,850 over budget on that line item. We're over on office expenses by $4,900, almost 3,000 of that, 3,800 of that related to the down home software upgrades. And our other expense, we're over budget, and that's because we paid the $2,400 to Kaiser Realty as part of a settlement on the Commerce Park, where we had received those funds $4,000 previously and had agreed to get a general release from him. So Matt and I and Erin have been talking along with Nicole at UHY about the fact that it shows net ordinary income of 43.7, showing that we're only, that we're budget variance of 65,000, but we've got to figure out a way to show it where you see the 68.7 of PPP money pulled out, so that we're not in a situation where there's noise that distracts us that we're above the line when we're really 25,000 below the line. So we're almost on budget because we had budgeted a negative 22,000. So I think March was a good month, and we'll continue to make up some of those early membership expenses and other costs that got us off budget at the beginning of the year. Are there any questions?
Mike, it's Jim. Looks like that income, PPP income, this is the first time you presented it this way? I don't remember seeing this.
What happened was the accountants, we had received the forgiveness in January, and Matt is here and can address it, but as a result, we couldn't book the forgiveness last year. So we had a $277,000 loss last year, 100 of which was the addition to the loan loss reserve, and 68.7 was for the PPP. So what we will have this exacerbated next year when our 2021 forgiveness is in 2022. So it makes it a little bit confusing, but it's how the auditors had us book it.
Just one quick question then. Under grant income, there's a reference to Columbia County Student Connect grant, $15,000. What is that?
Those are the funds that we've received from Berkshire Taconic Community Foundation and Verizon and the Hudson River Bank and Trust. Hudson River Bank and Trust gave us $15,000 towards that effort. Those funds are being held at this point because in the most recent version of the federal stimulus that was passed, there are several $100 million of funds available to libraries and school districts. And the superintendents, in a conversation that we had, we've decided that rather than, we have approximately $40,000 allocated when you allocate the funds that we have designated, which have not been put in a reserve yet. But we don't want them jeopardized from getting the federal funds if we reimburse them, because then they won't be able to get reimbursed twice. And we've spoken to Peter Taylor about this, and the thought was we would hold these funds to see if they received 100% reimbursement and then allocate them. And all of the donors are on board with that.
Thanks, Mike.
Were there any other questions?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, not having any other questions, can I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Tish, motion.
Okay, so we'll take Tish's as a second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, treasurer's report is accepted. And we'll move on to the portfolio report. And Martha, if you wouldn't mind.
Thank you, John. We have a pretty clean report once again. There are 2 borrowers that are 30 days past due, and I am going to reach out to both of those clients this afternoon and see if we can't get them caught up. Of course, we're still benefiting from the SBA making payments on behalf of some of our borrowers. Once that ends, I think we'll have a clearer picture of exactly where we are, but for the time being, things look good.
Any questions about the portfolio review?
One thing that we did do, Martha did an analysis with Lauren on our risk analysis, which the auditors ask us to review every quarter. And we're within the allocation of loan loss reserve funds after we added the 100,000. And Martha and Lauren have a very strong pipeline, which they'll be reporting to the loan committee next Monday.
Okay, thank you for that. Anybody have any questions about portfolio review? And if not, I will ask for a motion to accept that.
Motion to accept?
And a second, please.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Dave. Having a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? That has been accepted. And we'll move on now to the Form 990 and Char 500 and the investment policy. Okay, so I'm guessing that Matt, you are here for that purpose.
Well, John, I think I'm here if there's any questions, I think.
If there's
on
any
the-
questions, okay,
Yeah,
fine.
so if there are any, but the document should be pretty straightforward, consistent with last year, and should tie to your financial statements.
Okay. Mike, did you have anything to add to that?
No, I think we want to thank Matt and Nicole
Yeah.
and their team, as well as Erin and Lisa for their efforts in wrapping up this final report as part of the year-end review. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, so has everybody had a chance to review the Form 990? And if so, and they don't, and if there are questions, fine. If not, I will ask for a motion to accept the Form 990.
John, Jim, just two hyper-technical, on page 6 of the form of the 990, there's a reference to the total number of voting members at the end of the year. I think I asked this question last year and I can't recall the answer. We're showing 19 members, voting members at the end of the year. Why is that not 17?
You may not have put asterisks, Matt, on the ex officio members.
You know, when we show the list, I think on the
Yeah.
on the next page, and we identify 3 of our colleagues as ex officio. But if you count the numbers, you get 17 and not 19. So I just want to know why, that's all.
Yeah, it should be, we list everyone who was a board member during the year.
Yeah, that's what I think. It says at the end of the tax year. I
No,
think, yeah.
you're right, Jim. It should be, what I'm saying is what happens is we list everyone who's been a board member during the year.
Yeah.
And then we have to identify only those at the end of the year who are voting members. So if the number is 17 versus 19, we need to correct that.
Okay.
But it's hard, I mean, we try to go based on the list that we have, so maybe we just,
The list we have, I don't remember who was in and out in the course of 2020.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'd have to make sure I have the list then, or go back to my work paper, because we check this when we prepare the return. Let me go back to the work paper and make sure that I have the right number as of the end of the year.
Okay. And Matt, my only other observation is in Schedule O, when we talk about how we prepared the 990, and basically we say it's prepared and reviewed by Mike and Erin, and there's no indication of this committee or board approval, which I think is okay.
No, it should have that. So
What-
it doesn't say that?
Look at Schedule O. It's hard for me to retrieve it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here. Let me see. No, it should say the entire process. It gets reviewed, it gets sent to the finance committee to review, and then the ultimate approval should be disclosed.
So is it, so you're saying we as a committee and then as a plenary, we should approve the 990?
Well, what I'm saying is it should state what you do.
Whatever we do, yeah. So all I want to say is it doesn't say anything about approval. But I think the agenda calls for that approval. It doesn't matter to me. I just wanted to be consistent.
Yeah, let me I'm trying to find the actual,
Yeah,
where we have it here. Hold on.
Schedule O, but let me see if I can.
Yeah, we probably carried that forward from last year, so I don't think I even revisited the policy there. Yeah, Mike, can you help me adjust that to
Yes, well,
reflect?
we can jump on a call right after this and
Yeah,
Okay,
I can go over the board
And-
membership with you.
just technical, not a profound.
no, they're both very good points. They should be corrected.
Okay.
Was there any other questions or corrections that need to be addressed? If not, I will ask for a motion to accept the 990 with the changes that have been suggested by Jim LePen.
Motion to accept the 990 with the changes.
And do I have a second for that?
Second?
Fine. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Not hearing any opposition, the 990 is accepted. And we'll move to the Char 500. Anyone have any questions about that? If not, I will accept a motion to accept Char 500 as written.
So moved?
Anyone opposed? Oh, I'm sorry, Tish. Thank you, Tish, for the second.
Second, worries, no worries.
No, that's okay. My tongue sometimes moves faster than my mind, or vice versa. I don't know. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Not hearing any opposition, we'll accept the Char 500 as written. Thank you for that. In the investment policy, Mike, you want to discuss that?
Lisa has, it's included in the packet. It's a standard ABO annual review and ratification.
Okay. And we took TD Bank, looks like that was taken out, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Anyone have any questions or changes about the investment policy? If not, I will accept the motion to accept this as written.
Motion to accept?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Not hearing an opposition, that has been accepted. Thank you very much. Before we go to public comment, is there anything else that board members or committee members would like to bring up? Okay. Do we have anyone from the public that is on the call or on the line that would like to make a comment? Not hearing anything from the public, I will accept a motion to close the meeting.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Tish. All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
See you again
Have a
soon.
great, have a great day.
Okay. Thank you.
And we launched Career Jam today, so I'll send out a link where you can all log in and take a look.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.